Ikeja, sorry, Rotary Club of Awosanya, Rotary Club of Owolewa, Rotary Club of Abiodun, Rotary Club of Yaba, and Rotary Club of Ladoke. So, for example, Ladoke president is repeating class. So, that law will not be allowed to present that president again in 2027 because we shouldn't bring if somebody has to be president of a Rotary Club or 3 or 4 consecutive years, it's not good enough for us. So please, you take away from what I've been saying so far is that you go back and speak to yourself. Because the money that you pay by clubs, which fulfill their is being used to subsidize the rest of those clubs that are not paying. And we cannot drop people to pay more. So if you put on the test of fairness, it's not fair for all concerned. If we have 87 clubs at the district, 73 of those clubs are paid, and 40 clubs are not paid. That means that we are running the district without your financial commitment. And I do not want to leave an insolvent district to be successful. We need to continue on a sound financial footing in all our activities, apart from the financial commitments. Please, I want to tell you, if you are repeating class, if you are repeating class, it is not a crime. If your local electors just go, there may be no remedy. So if you do not have that opportunity, some of you will hope that if it doesn't come, go to your third block effectively. Please, I want to, this is an appeal now. Please go back home and do the needful. And this is where I'm challenging your assistant governors. I've told them jointly and severally, if they are doing their jobs, they should monitor you on this aspect of our Rotary activities. It's not just to visit clubs and give reports. They should know the financial situation of each club. Not assistant governors. It's a report to you. Work with them effectively. If that let them know. They should be your first recourse. Before you go to the zonal coordinators, before you go to the district government, work with them. Ask them questions. They can guide you. So please, don't say your club is not going. You can do Rotary work the way you like. It's not done that way. But for clubs that don't pay dues and are having sanctuary, if you fix your sanctuary under RI, because you know the system survive before you go outside. Please, let's give some regard for the district. We need a vibrant district. We want a district that will survive. We want a district that will be respected in the community of districts globally. Please, we didn't get District 9112 on the platter of gold. So, be the catalyst for further growth and development in our district. It is my prayer that as President-elect, God will give you the guidance, the motivation, and the wherewithal to succeed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Governor. So the next on the program is going to be taken by me. That's achieving more impactful community projects through club cluster formation and district partnership. Okay, this is a very important topic, so I need the attention of everybody, please. Achieving more impactful community projects through club cluster formation and district partnership. Now, what are the training objectives? We want you to understand the concept and the structure of club cluster formation, appreciate the strategic value of district partnerships, learn how collaboration increases funding capacity and visibility, develop actionable steps to implement cluster projects in your Rotary year, and to strengthen alignment with Rotary Foundation priorities. Why impact must be our priority? Now, Rotary's relevance is measured by sustainable community transformation. The reality is that Rotary is a service organization. We are not a social club. Rotary is a service organization. So if a Rotary club exists anywhere, and the community does not feel the impact of any Rotary club there, then that Rotary club is not doing the right thing. So Rotary's relevance is actually measured by the sustainable. And communities now face very complex and multi-dimensional challenges. Single club projects often have limited scale and continuity. That's the reality. Donors and partners expect measurable high-impact outcomes. Most donors really want big projects. You go to organizations and you're asking them to come and be a sponsor for this kind of project that you want to do. They look at the scale of the project you're doing. If it's a kind of project you just want to donate exercise books to the secondary school, that's not what they want to be associated with. They want big projects and they want to see the structures you have in place for projects. That's what's going to catch their interest. Because they are also associating their own brand with the projects you want to do. Larger impact enhances Rotary's public image and attracts new members. When you do a big project and you put it out there, you upload it on the internet, when people see the kind of project that you've done, oh, this kind of project, oh, who are these people doing this kind of project? Rotary Club, oh, I think I want to be part of something like this. You will see that many of them will reach out. But there are so many clubs that just get members who will just reach out to them that, listen, I saw your contact on the internet and I'd like to join a Rotary Club. Simply because of the kind of visibility and the kind of projects that they've seen you being associated with. If you're doing small scale projects, hardly will you see anybody want to be associated with something like that. So, visibility plus sustainability is actually a Rotary growth. Now, understanding club cluster formation. Structured collaboration of 3 to 7 Rotary clubs within a geographical area that jointly plan, fund, and execute major projects. That's a cluster. A simple example: Rotary Club of Palomo, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, Rotary Club of Ikoyi Metro can form a cluster because they are in the same geographical location. So if you are looking at a project, the 3 clubs can come together and say, let's do this project together. Rather than seeing themselves as competition. Oh, Rotary Club of Paloma has done this. I want to do the same thing. No. If they come together, they are not seeing themselves as competitors, they are seeing themselves as collaborators. And the impact will be much more. What are the core principles? You're going to have shared vision. You have both financial and human resources. This club brings certain amount of money. Upon the agreement that you have, you say, okay, listen, let's do a project of, let's say, 20 million among 4 clubs. Let each club bring 5 million. So, the impact you're going to have with a project of 5 million is going to be different from the impact you have with a pool of 20 million. And the human resources that are going to be available is going to be much more because each club will provide its human resources. You have clear governance structure. You're going to have defined accountability mechanisms because you have to be accountable. There's no way you can pull a wool over anybody's face when you are doing something together as a cluster. Because if you can get away with it in your own club, you won't be able to get away with it in another club. So even if questions are not raised in your club, questions will be raised by others. So cluster formation transforms competition into collaboration. Why club cluster work? It increases financial capacity through pooled funds. I just explained that. The financial capacity of 5 million is different from financial capacity of 20 million. So if clubs come together and you agree on the amount, the kind of pool of funds you want to come up with, the impact you'll be having in that community will be much higher. You're going to have larger volunteer base for implementation because you have more people to work with. You have access to diverse professional expertise. You have expertise in on each of the clubs. So all of them coming together, you have an engineer here. Even if this engineer is saying this is how it should be done, an engineer in another club can say that no, you have not looked at it extensively in this area. So you have a pool of knowledge, to share from. You have stronger negotiation power with vendors and partners. You are going to avoid duplication of similar projects within the same locality. A Rotary club can say that we want to sink a borehole in this area. Another Rotary club will do the same thing in another area. But you can have a bigger project that can serve the whole community, if you all come together. So instead of 5 clubs, each donating 1.5 million for small projects, they can pool 7.5 million together for one transformative project. And the impact will be immeasurable. So a simple example, a joint medical outreach. Each club contributes 2 million. And for 5 clubs, that means they have a pool of 10 million. The district can give you 5 million from the DDF. And you have corporate pharmaceutical sponsors who can come on board and say, yes, we can give you 3 million worth of kind donation. Then you have teaching hospital partnership who can say that, okay, we can even give you the land that you want to use, maybe for this kind of structure you want to come up with. What is the impact? You have 2,500 beneficiaries screened and treated, which might be difficult for just one club to do. You have 500 free reading classes distributed. You have 120 minor surgeries conducted. This is a project no single club would have executed. Another example is a cluster-based water and sanitation project, in which is a solar-powered borehole system in a rural community. You have 4 clubs jointly adopted one on the south underserved community. And the district technical advisory team supports the planning. Community water committee formed for sustainability. Can somebody tell me another name for the community water committee? Anybody? Rotary Community Clubs, RCC. So those are the people that you actually assign if you want to do any project in the community. Those are the leaders in the community that form like a committee to oversee sustainability of that project. Because you can't be going back there all the time. So the feedbacks and the impacts are gotten from the RCC from time to time. And they are the ones that will ensure that the project. Then you have hygiene education integrated into project. So you have 3,000 residents gain access to clean water. You have reduced waterborne diseases. You have long-term sustainability ensured with this kind of cluster project. Understanding district partnerships. District partnerships will provide access to district grants. There are so many clubs that don't even access the district grants. Despite the broadcast that the district shares from time to time, you don't see some clubs even applying for district grants. And that's just free money. The district is giving you some money towards the projects you want to do, and you put your own equity funds on it. What is the district trying to do? It's just trying to give you a bigger capacity in terms of projects you can do. So, if you are applying for a district grant of, let's say, 2 million, and the district, maybe at the end of it all, gives you 1 million, they say you should match it. So you match it with maybe 1 million, that's 2 million. So instead of doing a project of 1 million with the resources you have in your club, you can actually do a project of 2 million DDF. Now, if you come together, if this club gets 2 million, this one gets 5 million, this one gets 3 million, this one gets 4 million, and you come together, let's do this project together. And what's the total cost outlay for the project? Total cost outlay, let's say 25 million. How much will each of the clubs put down? 5 clubs, that's 5 million. So from the DDF that you've been able to access from the district, you are able to put down, depending on the amount of money you have access to, such funds, and at the end of it all, you see the significance of the impact that project is able to do, because you are talking of a project of 25 million. Instead of one club does a project of 5 million. You have technical project oversight. So even if you're doing the project, and the district is aware of it, they can give you technical advice, because you have very knowledgeable district resource team that will always be there to tell you, this you are missing it out here. So they'll be there to give you all the ideas that you need. Monitoring and evaluation support. The district will be willing to give you that. The Rotary Foundation compliance guidelines. It's guidelines if you're going to access DDF and global grants. Then linkage to international partners. Most importantly, the district will be more than willing to support you in that regard. When international partners see the magnitude of the project you're doing, many of them will say, yeah, we want to be part of this, and they put down some funds, from their own. And at the end of it all, you see the magnitude of the project you'll be doing. The district is just not supervisory, it's a strategic enabler. Now, leveraging district and global grants. Cluster projects will qualify better for grants because you have larger scale, which is stronger justification. You have broader beneficiary base. You have bigger outreach. You have stronger financial credibility. You have multi-club participation, improves transparency. Because there's no way you are coming together as a cluster that transparency will not be a major point. You have to open up the books. There's no way you are going to cover up anything. If you are able to fool A, you can't fool B. So transparency will play a major role in cluster projects. So 15 million cluster contribution matched to grant mechanisms will increase project value to 25 million to 30 million. What are the steps to form a successful cluster? You identify the geographically close clubs. So look at clubs within your geographical location that you can share same values with and you can do projects with. President-elect will hold exploratory meeting. So you reach out to one another and hold exploratory meeting. I think we should do projects together. Why can't we identify somewhere within our location, where the kind of project that we'll put out there, we'll put Rotary out there in the open for everybody, and it's going to be something that we ourselves will be very proud of. So it's important to have such level of meeting. Then you conduct joint community needs assessment. You don't just say you're doing a project. You must do a project that is going to be of impact to that community. So needs assessment is very important. Then you agree on one flagship project that you're going to do together. Then you define the financial commitment among the clubs involved. Then you will establish the governance framework. Then you sign the MOU. It's so important. It's very important because this is even the right time for you now. This is the time to start planning because you want to do a cluster project. You think that 1 year is long, 1 year is so short. So if you don't plan on time, before the resumption of your office, you will be shocked that we are glides through, and you will not have even done something like this. So this is the right time to start the planning. Start planning 3 to 6 months before the Rotary year begins. So something you should start thinking about. Look within your geographical location that you can have a cluster project with. Governance and leadership structure. Effective clusters require cluster coordinator, which is going to be rotational leadership. Nobody is going to be the one that is going to be doing it, forever. So you rotate it. Finance and compliance committee, project implementation team, monitoring and evaluation unit, communication and public image lead. Transparency builds trust among participating clubs. When there's transparency, there's no limit to the level of projects you can do together. But when there's no transparency, you can't go far. The risk management and accountability. What are the key safeguards? You must have separate project account. Of course, all Rotary clubs are aware of this. For you to even be able to access the DDF, you must have a project account. So it cannot be from the general account. So there can never be a situation whereby they say that they pay the money of dues into that account. No, it's pure. So there must be a separate account for projects. Then dual signatories from different clubs. Then clear procurement process. The monthly financial reporting. You must report for the benefit of the regular site inspections. Trust is strengthened by systems, not assumptions. What are the sustainability framework? For long-term impact, community ownership model, you must have a community ownership model. You must have maintenance training for the beneficiaries. Partnership with local government agencies, that will also help. 12 to 24 months post-project monitoring. It's not done this project and you just forget about it. There must be post-project monitoring. Monitor what is happening on that kind of project for the next 2 years. Then the measurable performance indicators. What has been the impact with that level of project that you have done? It must be accounted for. Sustainability converts project into benefits. Look back after 5 years, you are proud that yes, you were part and parcel of that. Measuring and communicating impact. The metrics to track, you must be able to track the number of direct and indirect beneficiaries. The economic health or educational improvement indicators, the media coverage and public awareness, the membership growth following project. In that level of project, what are the membership attraction to that level of project? You must be able to attract something significant through that level of project. Then the donor retention. To any organization, you want them to partner with you on that level of project. Once they see the impact of that project, is easier to go back another time and say that we're coming up with something in this place. They want you to be part and parcel of it. But if they see that the level of project that you say you have done, there is nothing in the area of accountability, and you go back next time, you are not going to be part and parcel of it. The funds are always there, but if they see the impact of the project you have done, they will come again and contribute. So what is call to action for president-elect? As president-elect, you should lead collaboration, not isolation. You should initiate cluster conversations within the 60 days. You should align projects with district priorities. You should focus on fewer but larger sustainable projects. Leave a legacy of transformational impact, and you should remember that alone we serve, together we transform communities. I thank you. Because of time, I don't know whether we can entertain any questions. I can just note it down. Later on, we'll take questions and answers. Thank you. Okay, so we'll do a team now, and this is the order in which we should do it. Just take your team, go back to your seat, and then the next classification, that's the past president, Oluwole will take leading a Rotary club. All right? So, you don't take more than 5 minutes. I'll do that. Huh? This place first, then this place next. All right. So, let's just do it in an orderly manner. Just take it, go back to your seat. Tea break, please. Let's go. Please, we want to be done with this in like 5 minutes, please.
àwọn ọmọléèwé ló kọ́ jẹ kó tó fún àwa ó bá ti jókòó tó ń bẹ̀ àwa sọ̀pọ̀tà sùn lápá àwọn. Yàwá jà rẹ̀ sáré yàwá ìgbà tí wọ́n ti wà. How are you?
when